To a subject we canvassed during the Nation Leadership Forum session yesterday on education and the stink of the bad blood between the Kenyan National Union of Teachers Secretary General Wilson Sossion and Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha is rising again. Sossion has discredited the National COVID-19 Education Response Committee, saying it is poorly constituted and that NAT and WASU will not submit their proposals to it. Sharon Baranga brings us more than just the power plays during the pandemic, but also a look at some of the headaches the government will face when it gets to open school.
22nd May 2020, the deadline set for the 10-member National COVID-19 Education Response Committee to receive submission on views on how the Ministry of Education should navigate the school situation in these pandemic times. But the Kenya National Union of Teachers and the university's Academic Staff Union are not playing ball, at least not on the government's terms. The cold relationship between NAT Secretary General Wilson Sossion and Education CS George Magoha has come to the fore.
We shall not make any submissions to the exclusivist Professor George Magoha appointed team of COVID-19 National Education Response Committee led by Dr. Sarah Ruto, as it is a mere rubber stamp committee. Considering the manner in which it was constituted, it is bound to mislead Kenyans.
NAT and WASU say they have formed parallel teams to look at the possibility of reopening learning institutions. They already have some proposals that they want implemented.
Open churches first, open markets first, supermarkets, open all the bars and all the programs and all activities in the country, reopen the economy before we think of risking taking our children back to school.
This feeds into the battles among teachers' unions. The Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers KUPPET obliged and submitted its views to the committee. Further, among other things, it has proposed the partial reopening of schools by 15th June and that college and university students in their final year should be allowed back to classrooms. This is a proposal that is contrary to those of the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, in whose submissions to the committee insists that schools should remain closed until the infection rates subside, adding that only at such a time should the government consider a phased reopening of learning institutions, starting with the candidates. This picture points to the tough reality that the future holds. Crowded classrooms in many schools, especially government schools, have increasingly become more common. Sharon Baranga, NTV.